Let me tell you about this person. He was a multi-talented personality with great desire to learn new things. His contributions to the literature, music, and his several works are unforgettable. People not only in West Bengal but also in the whole India remember him for his contributions on his birth anniversary. We can't forget that he is the person who composed our own national anthem. You guessed it right, it's Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore's birthday is celebrated on May 7th according to the Georgian calendar. He was born on May 7, 1861 in Kolkata. He was one of the India's best artists, writer, author, Bengali poet, humanist, philosopher, and much more. Indian writer who received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. He was knighted in 1915, but declined the honor in protest of Amritsar massacre in 1919. Tagore was born into a respected Bengali family in Kolkata. His father, Maharishi Rabindranath Tagore, was a Hindu reformer. Tagore was privately trained. He read Bengali and English poets and wrote poetry at a young age. In 1877, he went to England to study law, but soon returned married in 1883 and took over the management of his family's estates. In the early 1890s, he was chiefly responsible for leading Bengali magazines. He also published his first poetic collections, which is Manasi in 1890, Chitra in 1895, and Sonar Tari in 1895, in which he pioneered the use of slang Bengali instead of Arabic literary language, which was then approved for verse, and wrote his first pieces. In 1901, he founded Shantiniketan in Bolpur near Kolkata. This famous educational institution was a mixture of traditional ashram and Western schools. His best novel, Gora, appeared in 1908, and his most famous text collection, Gitanjali, followed in 1909. The King of Dark Chamber in 1910 is one of his most successful dramas, although his plays were generally too symbolic and literary to have lasting influence. During a visit to England in 1912, Tagore showed William Rothstein and W.B. Yeats his own English version of Gitanjali, under which auspice it was published in England. This was followed by lecture tours to the USA in 1912 and 13, and Great Britain in 1913. Tagore was hailed at a stage and celebrated in Western intellectual circles. Tagore used his Nobel Prize money to improve Shantiniketan and added an agricultural school in 1914. He went on to write with a Balaka poetry collection from 1914 and the Novel Home and the World from 1916. He was not attracted to politics and avoided active resistance to the British rule and instead looked for ways that were Eastern and Western worldviews in harmony. To the end, he added an International University to the Shantiniketan complex in 1921 and devoted the rest of his life mainly between his affairs and trips abroad on lecture tours. He tried to interpret Indian philosophy and other cultures. His 1930 Hebrew lectures at Oxford were published as The Religion of Man in 1931. Happy birthday, Rabindranath Tagore! Thanks for watching.